Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany and in today's video, I figured I would pop on the camera and take you along with us on a spring evening. I'm gonna call this our spring evening routine, even though every night looks different between sports and events. It's a very busy time of year for us, but I figured why not take you along. So it is 3:50 and we all just got home. I am going to head outside and get plants watered and turn on the sprinklers, that kind of thing. And I think we're gonna do some outside cooking today. It is incredibly gorgeous. It's 75 degrees and we don't have soccer tonight, so that's a bonus. So I think we're gonna head outside and enjoy the beautiful weather. So yeah, I'm just happy to bring you guys along with me. We are still in school, still going strong for a few more weeks. So I'm just gonna show you what our after school routine looks like after school for all of us. If you are new to my channel, my husband and I are both public educators. I'm a school counselor and he is a special education teacher. And so it's, you know, still school for us too. So school is out, we just got home and let's head outside on this gorgeous day, get everything watered, and then we'll move into dinner. We'll get some things cleaned up and I'll just show you how we try to take it easy when we can. Thanks for being here. Most days during this beautiful time of year, I come outside and try to catch as many rays as I possibly can. I try to come out and water my plants. Today, I'm actually going to fertilize my plants. I'm using fish fertilizer. You can just buy this on Amazon or at your local Walmart. But I try to get outside and give myself a little time away from screens or my ever-growing to-do list. I check out from my day job and have a little quiet time before I check into my night job, which I'm doing right now as I edit this video. As I mentioned, on this day, I'm going to go ahead and fertilize my flowers. I try to do this about every 2 to 3 weeks. This is the first time I'm doing it for the season, and this just gives them a little bit of delicious food. It is looking so incredibly beautiful this day. It was 75 degrees and all of my flowers are coming in. Everything's just looking so green and beautiful. So just wanted to give everything a quick little bit of nutrients, and we still need to put down mulch or compost. I haven't fully decided yet, but we will get there. But on this day, I just took my time to make my rounds, gave all of my flowers a little bit of love, and even encouraged the boys to go find their swimsuits and come outside to enjoy some sprinkler time and just soak up as much sun as we possibly can before heading inside to get ready for dinner. Most nights during the spring, we have something on our schedule, but every now and again, we get 1 or 2 nights where we've got some time to spend together. And this is one of those nights. So I wanted to make sure I made us a delicious meal. I am creating a marinade for some meat. We're going to do some fajitas tonight. So I'm just making a chipotle marinade for chicken and steak. I'll link it for you down below. It is absolutely delicious and will elevate any tacos or fajitas or nachos that you make. It will taste just like the restaurant. My daughter every single time tells me that it tastes just like something you can buy from the store or from a restaurant. So I'll definitely link it for you down below. But we try to have dinner as a family every single night. There are nights, obviously, especially during the spring, during soccer season, where we don't get to enjoy that together. But I would say 6 or 7 days a week, we try to eat together as a family, even if that's a little bit later in the evening. Now that it's spring and the sun is staying up later, we are able to just kind of go outside and enjoy some time together. We finally have the deck all opened and ready to go, and we wanted to enjoy dinner al fresco tonight. So that is what we're doing. So I'm just going to get this marinade together. We're going to go ahead and marinate our chicken and our steak for a little bit, and Danny will get that outside onto the Blackstone, and we'll go enjoy dinner together as a family. Once I had the meat marinating, I started on some Pico de Gallo. This is just super, super simple. It literally is just a delicious, chunky, fresh salsa. So I am dicing up some plum tomatoes, and then we're going to dice up a white onion and fresh cilantro, mix it together with some lime juice, salt, and a little bit of garlic powder, and you have a delicious pico de gallo to top any fajita or taco, or to eat with some chips. Just absolutely delicious. As I mentioned, we try to eat together as a family most nights, every single night if we can. And I always try to include the kids when I am meal planning. Of course, I sit down and look at our calendar, what we have going on for the week, and try to pair the meals with how much time I'm going to have to cook. If we have a lot going on, I'll try to cook something really, really simple like spaghetti or a crock pot meal or something I can make ahead of time. But if we do have a little bit more time, I try to make a delicious meal. I feel like cooking for my family is how I show them that I love them. And I know that they enjoy it as much as I enjoy it. So I feel like we're making core memories together when we get to sit down and have delicious meals, and they get to tell me their favorites. So I do try to include them when putting together our menu plan. And this is always something that they look forward to, some kind of delicious taco or fajita. So that's what we've got going on tonight. It's also somewhat of a family recipe. My mother-in-law loves to make us fajitas, and my father-in-law, and my husband is actually from Texas. That's where he was born and lived there until he was 9. So he grew up eating a lot of Tex-Mex food. So that's where we kind of pull a lot of this from. So fresh Pico de Gallo. We're also going to be making some queso dip. So we'll do that next. But let me tell you, if you could smell what my house smelled like right now, I knew I needed to make a margarita. So we'll be making one of those next. While the meat was marinating, Danny went ahead and heated up the Blackstone and then got this onto the cooktop. And while that was going, it was time to make myself a margarita. So I do this very, very simply. I don't measure anything, but you sure can grab your jigger and your cocktail shaker and measure this out for yourself. But I'm starting off with some cran mango juice. This is probably my favorite form of margarita. And then I'm adding in about, I don't know, 1 ounce to 2 ounces of tequila, about a 1/2 ounce of triple sec, a splash or 2 of lime juice, and that is it. I don't sugar or salt my rim, and I just put it in this little to-go cup, slip the lid on, and call it a day. So very delicious and refreshing, and super simple. You can do it with any kind of juice, mango juice, pear juice, pineapple juice, any kind of juice, and it's absolutely delicious. We're now going to go ahead and work on our queso dip. I'm using my cheese grater, this large cheese grater, to grate up 2 cubes of cheese. So 8 ounces of cheddar, sharp cheddar, 8 ounces of white cheddar. And I'm just adding it to a nonstick pan here to melt it down. And then we're also going to stir in 1 can of Rotel. This is just diced tomatoes with seasoning. Make sure that you drain it out and then add that into your cheese. Melt that together. Toss in a little bit of sour cream and fresh lime juice and stir it up. And you've got yourself just a really super simple queso that tastes delicious on top of your meat and on top of your fajitas. So very simple. You can eat it with chips. Just really, really yummy. And again, just a little family recipe that Danny's parents have made forever. They've been making this for us since I met them, and it's just a very nostalgic meal. So I was super excited to sit down with my family. While I was finishing up cooking, Griffin was outside setting the table, and it was almost time to sit down and enjoy some catch-up time together. Once the meat was done cooking, we let it rest for a few minutes, and then Danny went ahead and sliced it up, and we got it outside to the table with some tortillas. Of course, I had to give it a little try. Danny had to give it a little try as well, and it is so delicious with a smoky flavor, that fresh cilantro and the lime. Oh my gosh, you could top this on chips for nachos, but absolutely delicious. You're probably asking yourself, does she cook like this all the time? And as my mouth is watering while I'm editing this, the answer is mostly yes. I do, like I said, love to cook. So we do cook like this very, very regularly, but I do also try to keep things simple when I can as well. So let's head outside and eat as a family. I love this time of day. Once dinner was done, it was time to get the cleaning up done. Everybody has their part that they do. So one person is emptying the dishwasher, the other person is cleaning up the kitchen, putting the food away, the other person will do the dishes, somebody is, feeding the animals, somebody else is cleaning up the living room. There's always somebody doing something in the evening. Danny was outside cleaning off the black stone and then putting the cover on. This is a silicone cover to just help keep your flat top ready to go anytime you want to cook. So he's putting that down. He's going to put the lids back on. And we were supposed to get a big thunderstorm the next day, which is actually currently happening as I am editing this video, and it is insane. Severe thunderstorm watch, our first thunderstorm of the season. So he's going to go ahead and close up the porch, or our deck, and just get everything put away, cover up all of our cushions to make sure nothing gets, destroyed during the storm, since we just brought everything up from the basement. And he's going to get this all closed up for the evening while we finish cleaning up the inside. I also took some time to go through the backpacks with the kids. Michaela was flipping over laundry. There was just so much happening in the background. You'll see a lot of movement from the window here, but I just wanted you to see that there's so much hustle and bustle that happens every single night just to keep things in order and keep things moving. And if we just miss one single night, it puts everything behind. So by Friday, we're typically, falling behind, but at this point, we're trying to keep it together, and we do try to follow some kind of routine most nights of the week. Now it's time to move into the kitchen. Most everybody has split up now. I've got my older kids upstairs taking showers. My little kids are brushing their teeth and getting ready for bed. So now it's time to just do the final touches. I love to just wipe everything down before the end of the night. So I'm going to give everything a quick wipe. We're going to go ahead and put the stools up, and we're going to run the vacuum as well. I try to run my vacuum every single night, at least in the main area. That way it can stay mostly clean. I always tell the kids I try to keep the house looking really nice and decent as we can, in case anybody needed to come over at any time unannounced. So that way we don't, feel embarrassed or feel like we're apologizing. And of course, your friends and family are going to love you no matter how your house looks. That was a hard lesson that I had to learn in my 20s when I had young children and lots of them. And my husband and I were going to grad school and working and trying to find this balance. I had to learn that your friends and family are going to love you no matter how your house looks. But if that's something that you really care about, or you know you're going to stress about, if somebody comes and knocks on your door, then take the little bit of time to just clean things up and feel good about your space. That's definitely how I feel. So I did start laundry as well, so I got that going in the background. I do try really hard to do a load a night if I can, put it in at night, flip it over in the morning to the dryer, and then when we get home from work, we can fold and put that laundry away. I had not done it the night before, and we were in need of track uniforms, and my daughter needed scrubs, so it was important that I got that laundry started. So that is going in the background, and I try to get that done. Doesn't always happen, but I do my best. I also always run my dishwasher. Even if it's only half full, I run it every single night so that the next day it can be emptied and we can reload it. That just keeps things moving so much smoother as well. And I also try to plan the night before for what I'm having dinner the next day. I don't typically need to do much. If I'm going to be doing some kind of crock pot meal, I'll try to put those things together so that I can just get that going the next day. But most of the time, it's just a matter of having what we're making in my head so that the next day I can pick up anything if I need it. Finally, I'm just going to take a second to take out the trash. I'm picking up backpacks, putting shoes away. As I went outside and took the trash out, I collected anything that was outside, like I said, like shoes, got those put away. The laundry was going, and it was time to sit down and edit a video or answer emails or plan out the next day. There's always something to do. So I was thankful to have everything done and be able to just put my focus into something else. So thank you guys so much for joining me in today's video. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me on our evening routine. And believe it or not, this is actually our spring evening routine most nights of the week. So I hope that you enjoy these evening shots of the house. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a big thumbs up and come back and see me in the next one. And I hope you guys are having a great week. Take care, my friends.